Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina and holy smokes, this is a lot of groceries for us. I feel like the table is absolutely laden with stuff and so I'm really excited to share it with you. This week we went to Trader Joe's, Aldi, Vons, and Walmart for some of our health and beauty products like soap and mouthwash and stuff like that. If you enjoy this video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe to my channel and let's get into it. All right, let's start with some of the frozen items. Now, I think this is like a high protein diet staple, chicken, of course, but this in particular is the Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast strips. And what I like about this is it just helps so much to have a convenient frozen option ready to go to just add some of this into your existing meals or to have it as a snack. Whatever the occasion might be, it is so helpful to have this on hand. And you can see here why I am enamored with this product. For 3 ounces, it's 110 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 21 grams of protein. So how I use this is if I have a dinner meal prepped already for the week, but I still need a little bit more protein to hit my macros for the day, then I'll put in a couple of ounces of this, and that's usually really helpful. Again, if I'm low on my protein for the day, then I can have some of this as a snack. It's just something you can add on to lots of different situations, and it really helps you reach your protein goals. Tyson was having a pretty good sale on their chicken, so James also wanted to try some of these buffalo style chicken strips. So he likes to eat this kind of as like a chicken tender replacement. It's not as high protein as my just chicken breast strips. You can see it's 12 grams of protein per serving, but the way I see this is it's a really great alternative to going out and getting chicken tenders that have been fried. We can just put these in the air fryer and it really satisfies that craving. For breakfast, James likes to have these Banquet Brown and Serve original sausage links. So these are 180 calories and 7 grams of protein per serving. Similar to the frozen Tyson chicken, this is also one of my staples. This is from Aldi. It's the Appleton Farms chicken fajitas, and basically this is chicken breast strips that have been cooked. They're already cut into strips, and I use this with my lunch. If you've checked out my What I Eat in a Day, which I strongly recommend, I showcase this lunch. Basically, I have these chicken breast strips, some spinach, some carrots, eggs, and egg whites, and it's just a super functional, high protein lunch. As I said before, it's not my best tasting meal of the day, but it's super functional and it allows me to eat lots of other tasty things. And this is a really nice shortcut. So I don't have to necessarily cook the chicken before and cut it up and do all of those things. So I like to grab one of these about every other week, and it's just really, really helpful for making that quick, convenient lunch. And then I kind of feel like I'm a little bit of a stereotype today because I really like my protein and getting that in, but I've had a lot of different chicken options, but that's how the cookie crumbles this week. The chicken breast was also on a great sale, so we picked up some of this. What I think we're going to do is actually throw this on the grill and prep it up that way and then be able to use it in meals in the future. But yeah, it's a stereotype for a reason. You really can't go wrong when it comes to chicken breast for hitting your protein goals. And then the last of the frozen items, this is just a great value frozen cauliflower. So I am making a recipe this week that I call my buffalo chicken casserole. So you'll see many ingredients for that. And what I like to do for the veggies in that is just use a bag of this frozen cauliflower. And then I also already have a bag of frozen broccoli, and that is the vegetables that I'll be adding to the casserole. All right, let's get into some of the produce. I bought this little salad bar bag of spinach. This is 8 ounces, and I put 4 ounces into the egg lunch that I've described. And if you haven't already heard about my spinach hack, I know my sister has been following it and it's made a big difference. But basically, you're just going to put this whole bag of spinach into the freezer. And then when you need to add a little bit of spinach to your recipes or a lot, it's so much easier because instead of having to chop the spinach and get it into the pot to wilt down, you can kind of just crumple it when it's frozen in the bag and it'll be like it's already chopped. So just trust me, put it in the freezer, and then when you need to use it, you can break it down super easily when it's frozen because spinach is mostly water, so that makes a lot of sense. Then we just have a lone cucumber. James will be using this to snack with his hummus. We got a couple of bananas here. We use these to top our overnight oats, or if I'm having some kind of PB&J concoction, again, check out my What I Eat in a Day. I get really creative with different ways I can incorporate PB&J that are somehow not on bread. But anyway, we mostly use these for overnight oats and sometimes with peanut butter. Got some baby carrots. We get these every week. Sometimes we use them in recipes, or we just use them for snacking, for James, snacking with hummus. It's starting to be peach season, which is really exciting. So we picked up a few peaches. These look really nice, and they smell great too. So I'm looking forward to getting into those. And then finally on the produce, we just have some of Driscoll's finest berries. Just a pint here of strawberries. Again, I use these pretty much every day in my overnight oats. When I make my protein waffles, I like to top them with these as well. So happy to have them. Okay, let's get into some more fun stuff, or at least what I consider fun stuff. These La Banderita carb counter tortillas, I think, are excellent. So these are the street taco size, so they're pretty small, but the macros on these are really great. And I think of all of the low carb tortillas I've had, these kind of taste like the most original flavor. They're just really enjoyable. So I might use these for a future Mexican lasagna, or if I'm making a mini quesadilla throughout the week, or for tacos, whatever it might be. These are a great alternative. So let's go ahead and look at those macros. So for 2 tortillas, it's 60 calories, which means that each one is 30. For both of those tortillas, it's 1.5 grams of fat. It's 14 grams of carbs. But what they do there is the fiber trick. So you can see there in that little green square, they've got 14 grams of carbs, but minus the 13 grams of fiber. And the allulose means it's 0 net carbs. I'm less concerned about that. I just like that it's got some protein. It tastes good. It's a macro-friendly option. But anyway, yeah, it's got 5 grams of protein for those 2 tortillas. So these La Banderita carb counter tortillas are definitely ones I recommend, and they have them in different sizes as well. So if you need a bigger tortilla, I would recommend checking out the bigger ones as well. Okay, so in the past, you've seen James, when he has a sweet tooth, he'll get some gummies, he'll get some biscuits, he'll get something. But this time we are trying these slightly coated dark chocolate almonds, which I believe are pretty much a dupe of the skinny dipped almonds, if you've ever seen or heard of those. But they're basically almonds with a thinner layer of dark chocolate. So it's not quite as indulgent, but I think is really going to still hit the sweet tooth. And what I like about this is it's just got a lot less sugar and a little bit of protein. So you can see here that a serving size is 19 almonds, which is actually seems like a pretty good serving size to me. That's 150 calories, 13 grams of fat. That makes sense. That's all natural occurring fat from the nuts. And then we have only 3 grams of added sugar, which I really like. And then you can see it's 5 grams of protein. So if you compare this just to like a normal biscuit, I feel like this is more functional because it's got some of the good fats, it's got some protein, and it's got much lower sugar. I'm actually going to dip back over to some of the dairy stuff because I need to put it away so it doesn't go bad. So we picked up 12 of the cage-free large eggs. This is what we normally get. So that will work great with recipes and wherever we need eggs throughout the week. Picked up this block of cream cheese from Aldi. This is a lighter cream cheese. You can see here it's a third less fat. And these are the macros. It's 70 calories. It's 6 grams of fat. It is 2 grams of sugar with no added sugar and 2 grams of protein. And I'm not really very concerned about the fat here, but I like to get this one because it's just a little bit lighter. It works great in the recipe and it brings the overall calorie count into something very reasonable. So I'm going to be using this in the buffalo chicken casserole, and I will melt this down. I will put in some of the hot sauce. I'll add some cheese. It's going to be good. What is a grocery haul without some of our favorite yogurt? So this week we have a 4-pack of this Oikos 000. This is the one with 15 grams of protein and 90 calories. James will be eating this one primarily, but I'm sure he would be willing to share if I wanted to have one of these. For me, we picked up the Dannon Light and Fit Greek strawberry cheesecake yogurts. These are 80 calories, 12 grams of protein. I really enjoy this one. I think it's a great flavor. It's a really nice consistency. It's very thick. It feels dessert-like. So when these are on a good sale, or even if they're not, we always pick up some of the Dannon family yogurt. And then because I don't discriminate and I love all yogurts, we also picked up some of the Chobani. So James got one of the mango fruit on the bottom, which sounds delicious. And I got my favorite Chobani 0 sugar in the strawberry. The macros on this are really nice. They're 60 calories and 12 grams of protein. So I really like this 0 sugar. It is different, right, than like the Dannon Light and Fit. It tastes lighter, but I think it's still really delicious. And it all just depends on the macros you need for the day. So if I need to cut back a little bit, then Chobani's good. If I don't, then Light and Fit. Just a matter of macro Tetris. I got some of the Friendly Farms unsweetened almond milk for myself. This is 30 calories a serving. I know it's mostly emulsifiers and stuff, but it works totally fine in my recipes for overnight oats and in my protein waffles. So something I enjoy getting. And then James picked up his 2% reduced fat milk. So he does protein shakes every day. So that's where he primarily uses this. And then in the occasional bowl of cereal. So he will definitely go through all of this. And then we have the Mediterranean style hummus from Trader Joe's. This is James's favorite hummus. And as I mentioned, you'll enjoy this with carrots or cucumbers or crackers. I won't because it will kill me. My one and only allergy is chickpeas, so this is for him. Okay, let's go back over here to the fun stuff. All the cold stuff is away, so don't worry. Got some of the creamy no-stir peanut butter spread. I like to get the one with less ingredients, but this one is really good for baking and is still delicious, so that's why I picked that up. James got some of this crunchy granola with protein. It's oats and honey flavored, and I know he's picked this one up before, so it must be pretty good. Kind of curious what the macros are when they say it's protein, so let's take a look. Okay, so it looks like for a serving, it's 210 calories and 10 grams of protein. A serving is half a cup, and I really doubt we'd be using a full half a cup, probably closer to a quarter of a cup, which would make the protein per serving about 5 grams. So not bad, but definitely not like a super high protein granola, but we will enjoy it anyway. So next, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite syrup. This is the Maple Grove sugar-free syrup. It's 5 calories per serving, and I love using this on my protein waffles or protein pancakes. Yes, it's not maple syrup, but this is what I like to use, and I enjoy it. So I had to pick up 2 of these. And then we also picked up some of the just great value sugar-free syrup, and that is about 15 calories. Now we're going to move into some of my favorite kind of sauces and dressings. And I've mentioned this before, but this is the Skinny Girl poppy seed dressing. And I think this is one that tastes really good and that I enjoy using on my salads. And what's great about this is the macros. You can see here it's just 10 calories per serving. I really like to load up on things like chicken and eggs or cheese in my salads. And so this way I don't have to worry about the dressing being something that is also going to have a ton of calories. So I really enjoy this one. They only have it at Walmart, so picked it up there. Okay, next up is this G. Hughes sugar-free sweet chili sauce, and this is a little bit spicy, but I think this is a fantastic product. I really like using this if I'm having those mini wontons, if I'm having the Thai wheat noodles, which I'll show you in a minute. This just works really well on a bunch of different Asian dishes and is something that I love having in the pantry. It's a little bit on the pricier side, but this is a big bottle and the macro count is really, really great on this. As you can see here, a serving is just 5 calories. So as I mentioned, this is pretty much a guilt-free dipping sauce, however you want to enjoy it, and just really lets you kind of focus on the main meal. And then you have a sauce that you don't have to worry about having too many calories. So this is definitely one I like to pick up and have in my pantry. And then another one that I can't live without is Ray's no sugar added barbecue sauce. And I got this in the original flavor. This is another super macro friendly sauce. And I think a lot of barbecue sauces, they just tend to have a lot of sugar. That's something that, is kind of par for the course with barbecue sauce. So I really like that this one doesn't, and that again helps keep the calorie count low. And I think this one tastes really good. I feel like it tastes the most like a regular barbecue sauce. So you can see here it's just 15 calories per serving. That sugar count is super low. So this is something I really enjoy having in the pantry and just lets me enjoy some of these things guilt-free. Okay, so if you are starting a calorie deficit or if you are looking for some swaps, these are definitely ones that will serve you during a calorie deficit. So these are 4 of my favorite. I like to have these around. They are a really low calorie option. And again, I'm not trying to eat lower calories overall, but I feel like it lets you focus on the main meal and you don't have to worry that your sauces are going to have all the calories. So I highly recommend all 4 of these. Another sauce we picked up, but this is not anything, unique that it's low calorie because it's a hot sauce. So This is Frank's Red Hot Sauce, and I will be using this in the buffalo chicken casserole. Okay, I have mentioned these noodles before. These are so good. These are the Trader Joe's Thai wheat noodles, and there are a few things I like about them. One, they're already cooked for me, so they come in 3 individual pouches, and each of those pouches you can use whenever because it's just super convenient. And then if we go ahead and take a look at the macros, you can see one of those pouches is 310 calories, and there is quite a lot of carbs in each of those. So what I like to do is usually stretch one of those packets to be 2 servings, and then I'll add a bunch of chicken and vegetables, and that way I still get a really good taste of the noodles, but it's just a little bit more macro friendly. But this is a great option to have in your pantry. It's a really delicious, thick, kind of toothsome noodle. Yeah, so really love these. And then for lunch this week, James is having these New Orleans style jambalaya rice. It seems like he's experimenting with the base of his lunch. And so this is what he decided to pick up this week. I think it will be a nice, interesting diversion for him from the normal couscous and other varieties he's been trying. So I will be curious to see if this comes back in another week's grocery haul because that means he liked them. Okay, and then also for James's lunch, we picked up some of this whole kernel sweet corn. So that's going to go into those bowls. And then he got these beans, which I'm a little unsure about that flavor combination with the jambalaya rice, but he's not picky. I'm sure it's going to be fine once we put them all together in there. So these will be for his lunch bowls. He'll also have some chicken in there, and I'm sure they will work out just great, even if the flavor combination is a little bit different. And then, of course, had to pick up a tin of tuna. This is just a staple in my pantry. It's super high in protein, goes well in lots of different meals. And then, I love this little jar of tomato sauce. It's perfect for just a meal or two. So it's something I always pick up when I'm at Aldi. And this week, Vons was having a really great sale on these wheat thins, and James is in love with this flavor. It's tomato and basil. He can't get enough, so he actually picked up 2 of these. And I know he'll be enjoying that with hummus or crackers or whatnot. And then something I'm excited about, because of course you get excited about lentil pasta, is this red lentil rotini. And what is so great about this is that it's just made with red lentils. And so, because of that, if you take a look at the macros, you can see that it's going to have a lot more protein, it's going to have a lot more fiber. And so, I think this is a great idea when you're having pasta to make it a little bit more functional. If you have these pastas that are made out of lentils, sometimes chickpeas, but we know that's going to kill me. It just increases that fiber, increases the protein, makes those carbs a little bit more useful to your body. So, anyway, I love to pick this up, and we'll be using this in the buffalo chicken casserole bake. Then you guys know I am obsessed with this popcorn from Trader Joe's. It's the piquant popcorn. It's got that delicious nutritional yeast and that savory situation going on. I eat a lot of this. It's kind of embarrassing, and you're going to see it in every grocery haul. We needed some just old-fashioned rolled oats. We're going to use these to make our overnight oats, so need to stock up on that. Okay, you guys know we love our sparkling flavored water, and we don't go to Walmart that often. So when we do, they have really delicious sparkling flavored water. And so clearly we stocked up and we got a bunch of different flavors, including flavors that do not exist in nature. But we like to just have a little bit of this at the end of the night, and it's our silly little fun. Got a few of the household items. So we got 2 different kinds of mouthwash here. We have the name brand Listerine, and then we also have the Equate version. So this is just to stock up on mouthwash. It was something we were running out of, so we like to pick it up from there. We picked up some Dial soap. There's quite a few bars in here, so it's a good deal. And then I needed a little bit of floss. So we picked up one of those. So that's going to do it for this week's grocery haul. I know it's a really big one. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, why don't you comment just a little emoji of popcorn, and that way I'll know you made it to the end. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please feel free to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.